guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who really wanted to see me in Kenya and didn't manage to, we were both busy, I'm sorry, and God will make a way. I am back safe and sound. For those of you who haven't subscribed to Proud Chocolate on YouTube, please just join the family. It doesn't hurt to subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. It's free of charge. Please do subscribe.
Number 1 Kenya mzima, East Africa, mambo ni hapa. Kila kitu ni tamu zaidi.
Let me just charge my phone first before I talk too much. Amoso uduto ni kwara muli kumura murama unena kata uwinja kata uye koda. Goyo kama nuko mjogo duto mane omor koda kana nyono piny Migori. Jo Migori uhera dira. Uhera, you love me jo Migori. Uhera mono jo sianya sachia. So, jo tumduto mabede wera ga kendo paka kendo ka wuotho e gweng. To winjo ka nyithindo mor koda nikech nyithindo tinde sweta e gweng ong'eyo Proud Chocolate. Yeah. So guys, let me get back to English so that everybody feels at home. But I really love speaking Luo. I love speaking Luo so much, and it will never miss on my shows. But I want to tell you something. I managed to come to Kenya last week for a total of 6 days. I'm happy I did. It was a spontaneous, very spontaneous decision. Who is this writing to me again? Just a minute. I'm always on phone. I'm sorry, but I have to hit all the birds with one stone. Just give me a single minute. Let me reply to this person and then we continue. But then you guys, despite the fact that I have over 14,000 subscribers, my channel doesn't play any advertisements, at least for now. I still don't do advertisements. Why? Because I'm trying to tell you that no matter how much I also need some money like any other person, my priorities are always supporting marketing and doing what I love most first, making myself happy. Happiness comes first before money for me. So if you're afraid of like subscribing to my channel because you think I'm after money, I beg. YouTube pays peanuts. I know it very well because I've researched and done a lot of courses that to do with YouTube, and I can freely tell you that for you to earn like 20K per month on YouTube, you have to have struggled your ass. Like worked every day, posted every day, had 1,000 clicks every day, put a lot of advert slots on your video every day, like many, put those embedded videos at the end, marketed on every platform, asked people to share for you to just get at least a month. Let me just say 10K. Try yourself. It's a struggle. People who are on YouTube have some other side hustles. Unless there's some single lady who lives in their mother's house or parents' house, drives their parents' car, has some good sponsor somewhere, and has no children. I tell you that one will earn from YouTube, because the money she's earning from YouTube can be able to buy her makeup and those little things girls love. But if you want to live life, like you have children, you want to feed them and pay rent, or SEPA, you cannot live from YouTube. First of all, even the adverts that run on these YouTube videos, let me tell you something about them too. They will not earn anything if you skip the ad. Unless you leave the advertisement to go to the end, which takes almost 10 minutes sometimes, the owner of that video won't earn a thing. And if you leave it to the end, you don't skip the ad and you let it run to the end, then the owner of the video just gets like a commission on that ad. Don't think things you see are easy. People struggle. And before somebody makes a video even like this one, you have to have some good lighting. You have to have Wi-Fi, a strong one, not bundles Wi-Fi, but Wi-Fi. You have to have, a good background like mine here. It takes a lot. It takes a lot to do a good production. What you see here is art. When I dance, it's not just a dance or kadaka. I see people asking me, commenting, but you just ringing, you're not dancing. Please, if you want to go and see acrobatic dancers, go to Kenya Theatre, Kenya National Theatre or Bomas of Kenya. If you want to go and see people dancing like Diamond Platnumz, go to their channels and look for them there. My dancing is my own art. I'm an artist. I dance with Luo Nyavi. You take it per blood. You take it blood-wise. You see how Johnny Junior dances when singing. When you look at his eyes closed and with the microphone there, you imagine how much he thinks he's really twisting his waist, yet he's not. Because it is a blood thing. We dance with our veins as Luos like me, the Nyavi Luos. We dance with veins and blood. You imagine that you are over-dancing, yet you're not dancing at all. That is how we do it. So it comes out with your facial expressions and your walking style and the way you touch that belt and you feel yourself. You don't have to chikre here like all the waka-wakas around. Please. I'm not an acrobat. I'm not these people Afrobeat dancers. I'm not these traditional dancers out there. Dance comes in different ways. Dance comes in different styles. Dance comes from different creations. My creation is my own, very special. Even if you try it, you won't manage because that is a Terry Nyang'ia brand. That is a Proud Chocolate brand. I can also not do yours. I could try, but I cannot get to you. So if you see me, the way I do it, that is how I do it. It is one style, it is my style, and you love it that way. People who watch them, love them. And all those who give thumbs down, you're all fools. Only a fool can give a thumbs down on a video that over a million people love. So anyhow, I appreciate you guys a lot. That one Sindio. And I must say that my biggest family is you friends. That is one thing I will assure you forever. With my reasons. We are not the same. We might be all of God's creation. We might be all the descendants of Abraham. We might be all the saved by Jesus Christ, but we are not the same. Myself, I am made of my fans, my online family, my new friends, my old friends. I am made of friends. I've grown because of my friends, and I stand to that. And my story is valid, and I'm the only one who can tell my story. So if you are these people who like to know, you don't have time for this, you don't have time for what, please. You don't have time for your family, you're always working with your friends. My friends are my family. I know why. Friends can do you a lot. I have witnessed that. When I die now, it is people on Facebook who will be shughulika and fundraising for money to go and bury me. Even if I die in this Germany, you are the ones who will be struggling here to get me out of this Germany, back home. It is the real thing. In this 20th century, if you don't have friends, and if you don't utilize your page well on Facebook, you are in for it. People die out here every day. People get sick every day. But where is the fundraising done on Facebook? Where is the fundraising done on Twitter? Where is the fundraising done on Instagram? Social media. So please take your friends very seriously. I have learned to take my friends very, very, very seriously. And I thank God so much that among you friends, every time I make a trip to Kenya or I make a trip to Berlin or to London or where, God chooses me, my special friends, those who are not supposed to be close to me, the right ones among you, to come close. And I meet strangers. Like on this trip, I met total strangers. I walked with total strangers. People I'd never met in my life before, except one. The other girl I met that I've met before is a girl that I was a childhood friend to 28 years ago. Then we met again. And then Susanna Wio. Susanna also didn't know me since I was born. Susanna knew me since 2017, and we've been tight because God gave Susanna to me. I would have never imagined to be a friend of a legend, but because of the person that I am, I got to be with her, and she's never left me. We have gone through ups and downs with our friendship. I've been knocked down with family and people because of her, and her because of me, but she has stood true to me. The other stranger who has become a friend to me since my last holiday is a guy called Japesa. This Japesa was a person I didn't know. But then when I shared about him, before most of you knew him, just a few of the people who come from Kisumu knew him, he appreciated it very much and made it his job to look for me. So when he saw me on Facebook that I was in Kenya, he worked hard to find my number. And he wrote me and told me, Terry, wherever you are, please, let me just come and say hi. If a friend wants to see you, they will see you. There are friends on Facebook who will tell you always here on your social media, like my wall. When I'm in Germany, I'm in the kitchen like now, they'll be like, oh, Terry, I'd like to see you. When you come, please call my number. Go to Kenya, call their numbers. They are so busy. They will not look for you. When you call the numbers, they're too shy shy, they're busy, they're working, they're out of town, they're traveling. But when you're on social media on the screen like now, oh, wamekukaza mpaka kwa inbox. I want to see you. Oh, next time you come. Oh, beautiful. Your trousers, your jeans. Oh, your belt. Oh, you are this, you're that. Go look for them, I tell you. You won't see them. Mteja hapatikani kwa sasa. That is why me, I hate announcing that I'm coming home. Because why should I announce to you that I'm coming home? Why? So that I feel like what or you feel like what? No. I just keep it low, and the people who really truly love me or feel attached to me, they will find me. That is until that person found me. That was in January. This time around again, he saw a post from a guy called Upward, who had posted me within me being here before anybody knew I was around. Actually, I really called Upward and I said, take that picture down, because I didn't like the picture first of all, and secondly, I didn't like the fact that he was announcing my being around, yet I didn't want it to be official. So then the person saw it and looked for my number and was like, I have seen your photo somewhere and it seems you're around. Could I just look for you wherever you are? I know where I can find you. And I said, if you know where you can find me, come to where you can find me. And the guy came. And he did not come to brag. He actually even gave me this chain. A chain that he spent a lot of money on. If you look at his picture, he has two chains. This one and a longer one. The guy gave me this and said, Terry, go and shine in that one. This is my thank you unto you. I cannot give you money. I cannot do whatever, but the things you've done to me with this, your platform, take this chain and have it. I'll have another one. So please support Japesa so much. The guy is talented, is creative, just support him. How did I manage to work with strangers only this time around? An act of kindness. One act of kindness landed me in the best hands ever. Besides the act of kindness, guys, praying. Praying before you do anything. Guys, I don't go to church unless I'm home in the village. Then I go to near church. Otherwise here, I don't go to church. But I pray and preach to myself and for people around me. I pray like a pro. Connection with God and the trust in God and the belief in God and the relationship with God and the bond with God is very, very important for us. Actually, all the time. It's very, very important. God can save you in many ways. God can guide you in many ways. He is there and He is real. I am a testimony to His work and I know it. I swear to you, turn to God, tell Him to show you, give you a sign. If you don't believe in Him, I trust that there are people who don't believe in God because of their own reasons, which nobody can blame you. Even God Himself cannot blame you because He is omnipresent. Nobody has ever seen Him. But if you tell Him to give you a sign, if you tell Him to whisper in your ears, go to bed sober. Don't go to bed drunk. Don't drink a glass of wine and get drunk before you go to bed. You want to listen to God. You won't be able to listen to God, to hear God speaking to you in the night. God comes in the night in whispers into your ears, I swear to you. Go to your bed sober and on time. Then pray to God and tell Him, God, today I want to hear you, I want to know you, I want to see you. Tell me. I want to confirm that you're there. He will speak to you. If you're keen enough, you will hear Him speak to you and He will tell you something. He will tell you something in form of a vision or in form of a dream, or you just hear like a voice. Aki ya Mungu inafanya kazi. It's true. So me, God sent me to a stranger this COVID 2020 on Facebook with you guys. There's a guy called Dan Okwiri. If you don't follow that guy, I don't know why, because anything I share on my wall always is meant to also pull you guys to follow these people. I don't use my platform to just do anything about much. When I put something or somebody on my wall, seriously, you need to follow these guys. Because there's something I've gotten from them that you're missing, that you need to get. So I was following this guy, and I felt he was such a prominent person in my imagination that I was like, no, I can't even send him a friend request. I can't. Why should I waste my time sending him a friend request? Yet I know I won't be able even to get there because I feel he's full already. His friend request is full. So if I can follow him, is enough. So I used to watch him from afar, from afar. Until one day, just 3 or 4 weeks ago, I noticed he was not writing. And then I just looked for an old post and wrote there, how are you? Just those sentences only. And this guy, he saw this one comment among many comments and came to my inbox and told me, I am not fine, I am in hospital. And I just told him, please write about your hospital. Just write to us about your hospital. And a day after, he had written a whole story that all men should be reading. Something that can really help you, even you ladies, to help your fathers and brothers. This guy speaks about prostate problems. If you don't know about prostate, girls, let me tell you guys. Some people think prostate is an issue of the horns or the balls of a man or something else. But just like as women, we have our vaginas with the holes that bring out children, all of them. Men in their penises, they also have a hole. Okay? Not on the balls. On the penis, it's called the urethra. That is where the prostate problem comes in. I know you're afraid of such words, you're afraid of such things, you shy out a lot. But before I go far, that is not my cup of tea. I would really love to speak about it, but please follow Dan Okwiri to learn more about WhatsApp. So, Dan reacted, and I just joked, like, kind of just made some quick joke, or I don't know, it was not really something serious. I just told 3 of my friends to go and check on him. I didn't even know where he was, which hospital. And one friend I will continue praising, called Deborah Onono. Her other name is Minyewei. A girl with a heart of gold. A girl that is blessed because of her heart. Her heart is in her hands like this. People who you see in their eyes when they like you or they don't like you. People who are straightforward. This girl reacted immediately and she was like, where is he? And I was like, I think Aga Khan, because I thought all people who are prominent and stuff, they go to Aga Khan. Because anyway, during COVID, it was closed down time. You couldn't go to Nairobi for the hospital. So I thought the best hospital in Kisumu would be just Aga Khan. So I told him, just check in Aga Khan. Then she used her common sense and she checked and found out that this guy, from another story that he had done before, without asking him, that this guy was at Kisumu Specialist Hospital. And she ran there. This act really touched Dan. It touched Dan so much. A stranger sending a stranger to check on him. How? From Facebook. That is something you treasure your friends on Facebook. Hey, you never know who has the keys to your future. So from that point, Dan really appreciated me. I really appreciated Minyewei, Deborah. But then it slipped off my mouth and I told Dan that I'll come and visit you in Migori. Hey, I didn't even know where Migori is. I was just talking. You know how you just talk? Sometimes you just talk to impress people. Hey. But you know what? If you pick something and you're a believer of God and you don't want to lie to God, you have to do it. So once this thing slipped off my mouth through typing on my phone, I got disturbed. I was like, I have made a promise to somebody who's taking it serious. How am I going to make this promise come to pass? How? I come from Siaya. From Siaya to Migori is like going from, I don't know, it's far. As people from Siaya, we call people from that side of Nyanza, Joloka. Joloka means people from overseas. If you listen to overseas, if you just get that word overseas, overseas is already abroad, like far. The word is far. We need a flight from Siaya to Migori. So it disturbed me so much. I was like, why do I always go this far? How? Why? Must I always go this far? Wouldn't I just leave it at, he has been visited and that's it? So, as COVID delayed, this same August, on the, I think, somewhere around July there, I heard that Uhuru Kenyatta was opening the airports in Kenya. And at the same time, Europe was also opening the airports. And the official opening of the airport is going to be the 1st of August. So I was checking on Facebook and I'm seeing girls who fly, you know, our girls who fly, the diasporan girls who fly, yeah? Writing, we are coming. You know how girls can really torture you emotionally with their writings, yeah? They know very well they're not going, but they just want to torture you guys, yeah? Like, when can we book? You know, we want to book, like, who can confirm that the airports will be open? We want to book. And me saying, so I don't have money. And I'm thinking, I promised Dan I'll go to Migori, but anyway, I didn't tell him when. But now, I feel like I have to see him immediately. Secondly, My sister was just married 2 weeks ago, that was in July, and my sister having been married, I don't know whether I'll ever get home, and now there's a chance, and I don't have money, and it's not fair to stay long before going to stand in that funeral, and I was just disturbed, in short. So 1st of August came, and I confirmed from Facebook that the airports in Nairobi had been opened. Like, Uhuru had really opened the airports. So I started thinking, how will I do this? How will I do this? Because if my mother also hears that the airports have been opened and I have not come, it will be another story also. And life is also so short. You never know when you'll see your people again. So you better use the opportunity. So I scrapped off my account the little money I had, and I tried to book a flight, and it was really difficult to book a flight because flights are expensive. Maybe they're now reducing, but when I was booking my flight to Kenya, it was really expensive. From Hamburg to Kenya was going to cost me 100K. I think it's because they're not saying it directly, but it's because we are paying for 2 seats. Social distancing manenos. So in the flight, people are also sitting like not close to one another. Even when we are in masks and stuff, but we're not sitting close to one another. So I think they're trying to just get back the money from these charges. They're just trying to like save themselves. So you can also understand the airlines. So I tried to check on the cheapest airline I could find, but the connections were really bad. KQ was going to get me to Ethiopia, no, not to Ethiopia, to Tanzania, to Tanzania, and then I was going to have a whole night in Tanzania, and then go home the next day at 11, which I didn't want. Then Qatar Airways was going to take me from Frankfurt to, I don't know where, Qatar, and I said no, I can't. So the other thing, Lufthansa had not yet gotten permission to fly to Kenya because only a few airlines had gotten permission to come into Kenya, okay? Not all. So I started, I settled on KLM. KLM, I settled on it because KLM is close to me. At least I can go to Amsterdam by road or by train. It's very close to us, it's only 3 hours away. So I settled on KLM. But then looking at the flights from Hamburg airport to Amsterdam and then to Nairobi, it was going to be expensive again. It was going to be that 100K. Yet, when I drive to Amsterdam, it was just going to cost in total maybe 49 euros. One tanking petrol, na nimefika. Sometimes you have to think and weigh and do something. Think about it. So I went to Amsterdam. I think I posted a picture with my hair at the back, and I was like, I've decided to come for a change somewhere. Yeah. So I met a friend, and this friend hosted me in Amsterdam while I was doing my COVID test. This brings me to what I didn't even want to share here yet. But if you know me well, I normally talk spontaneously, so my stories just flow. So I got to Amsterdam, and I had not done my COVID test yet. I had not thought. My thoughts were home. My mind was at home. I was going home. So all I was looking at is a ticket, and I thought when airports are open, then I can just go home. Only to reach Amsterdam and see everywhere it's written, or adverts everywhere, people should do COVID test. So we struggle, call KLM and asking, and the KLM tells me to check my emails. I've not even checked my emails. Me, I don't check my emails. I've gotten my air ticket and that's it. Yeah, then I had to do a COVID test. So I stayed in Amsterdam for another 2 days to be able to find a doctor to do me COVID test and then get my results on time so that I'll be able to travel. Otherwise, you cannot get into a flight now in this 2020. You cannot get into a flight without a COVID certificate. So if you saw Raila Odinga with a COVID certificate, hey, then who are you not to look for a COVID certificate? So if you want to travel to Kenya or you try to travel to anywhere now, be sure, be ready with a valid COVID certificate from a real institution because they don't take it from any other person. Like in Kenya, you're in Kenya and you want to travel abroad, you have to go to KEMRI. Not just any other people, not any other fake people. You have to go because those things are in the system and you cannot fake it. And it has to be valid within 96 hours, like 2.5 days, let me say. They are saying 96, but they want it 2.5 days or at most 3 days valid, fresh. So that when you land to where you're going, it is still fresh. It still has like 24 hours. So I did my test. I got it. I looked for my masks. And then I was ready to go. So when I got to Amsterdam airport, social distancing as usual. Things were not like before. You cannot take a big suitcase with you. You always, you know, you have to be a bit lighter with the luggages. They want just people to travel a bit lighter. Things are different now. So unless you are, you have to carry a lot because you're maybe relocating from a country you are in, is understandable. But if you don't have to relocate, please, you travel with as light as you can. They're not even carrying more than 23 kilos. So very, very little stuff. So when you get to the airport, when I got to the airport myself, they did what? They did another testing of me. Temperature check, I don't know what, many things. Yeah, but the main one is temperature check and then document check. They check all your documents before you get into the flight. And they keep announcing to you that no matter how easy it is in your country where you've come from, if maybe they're not serious about COVID, where you are going, they're very serious about COVID, and so you have to have these documents. If you don't have them, you better stay here and look for them, cancel your flight, or be ready to go for quarantine. So when we got to Nairobi, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Hey, these things are real, sweethearts. These things are real. When we got to Nairobi, you just come from the plane, and the plane was only one. Like the airport, the planes are landing from abroad. Like what I saw there was only the KLM I was in. I think in a day, on the day, the week I was traveling, maybe only 2 airlines, international airlines, arrived there. So you can connect, and then you get to this one that is going. It's not easy. So we got there, and you get from the plane, get off the plane, and then you see this thing they put for you to walk in. Immediately you reach the end of that tunnel. Already there's a line there. It's control. The doctors are there. Camry people are there. Dressed in COVID attires. Where? Damu yako inabubujika kama sijui nini. Yani, mpaka temperature starts to rise. You are not sick. You are okay, but your temperature just shoots up like sack. Because first of all, the traveling is a stress. You have been having your mask the whole time. In the plane, you have to wear your mask. There's no removing of the mask. Unless you're eating. Only time to eat, you're allowed to remove your mask. But then when you finish eating like this, you wear your mask. Also, they're not giving earphones. You will not get an earphone in the plane because of this COVID. So, if you don't carry your own earphone, you're in shit. You'll be bored the whole flight. You'll be bored. Like, you'll be watching a video without sound. They're not giving earphones. Anyway, I get to Kenya. Hey, the line. Oh my God. The line of checking, because we had been done for new checking. They're checking your temperature, they're checking your tongue, your wear. Yani, it is real. You're at the doctor's clinic at the airport. You make phone calls like the way you want, but nobody will save you. If you don't have your documents, you are in shit. Unakuwa in a candle. Even if you are transiting, you have to have your COVID certificate. Even if your country is saying that you don't have to have it, you just come and then you go for quarantine. No. You have to have your COVID certificate when you're passing through Kenya. Kenya is serious about COVID. They're not joking about COVID. They don't want it. And so, if you're not, hey, you don't take me serious now, you are in shit. Yeah, then, I was lucky I had my documents, but truly speaking, that one certificate slipped off my hand, I don't know where. But by good luck, I made a phone photo of it. It's even on my phone here up to now. It's always good sometimes to have these things on your phone. Huh? It's very important to have them on your phone. Otherwise, you are in trouble. Where is the thing? Just a minute. I'm trying to prove to you stuff. You know me, I talk with proof. Not just talking. Okay, here is the certificate. Huh? Here it is. You can see. Yeah? You see it? So, I was clever to have done a photo of the test. Imagine hii. This one among all my documents slips off from this thing. This is where I always carry my traveling documents. They're even here actually. They're still here. Huh? And then at the moment when I am in the airport and they're asking for the documents, my document has slipped off my hand. I don't know where it has remained in the place. I don't know. Hey! Mshayona tere clear. Hey! Hey! Where? Zilianza kulia wewe. My toes, they just come up. Then a friend, she's not a friend. That's why I'm telling you, I'm a child of God, and Jesus is always on my side. God is on my side. When you pray, when you're real with God, God will just help you. So someone who was assisting the doctor sees these tears coming, and I'm in a mask. I am crying, and you know when you're crying and you're in a mask, then your nose starts flowing. You know what I mean? Your nose starts flowing, and you cannot wipe it. If you wipe it, everybody's looking at you. You cannot do like. You cannot put it back because everybody is listening. You can become a victim anytime, like you are in a risky situation. So just cry as much as you can, but make sure you're not acting like you're crying. Like, make sure no sound is out. So a lady comes to me and she's like, "What's wrong with you? Why are your tears so quick to come, Proud Chocolate?" And I'm like, "Oh God, Proud, did she just say Proud Chocolate? Did she say Proud Chocolate? These people know me." And I'm telling God right there, I tell God, "God, now you have to make this Proud Chocolate work. Like, you have to make this Proud Chocolate work. If you're the one who set this Proud Chocolate thing in her mouth, it has to work out for me now. I need you more than ever." And I've just lost this pepper. This pepper, I've just lost it. I've just lost it. And she's like, "Call your doctor right now. Let us send you a soft copy." And I'm like, "How do I call my doctor at midnight? 12 midnight? How do I call my doctor? He is not even my doctor. It was in the Netherlands, in Amsterdam. How, Terry, do I call a doctor that somebody else took me to? And it's at night, midnight? How? How do I even start, Joanne? How?" And I'm like, "Hey, Leo, utenda quarantine." Now, how do I go to quarantine? Yet I'm so well. I'm 100% perfectly well. Even if you check my temperature, I'm fine. And I have the documents. Then something just tells me, my God, the God I'm telling you tells me, "Wewe mjinga, fungua simu yako." And I'm like, "Yeah, I have it. It's here. It's here. It's here. It's here." And he tells me, "Go to the front there and show the doctor." From the back line, my tears and my Proud Chocolate, the one that people don't like, the one that my own mother doesn't like me to be. I'm swear to you, my mother doesn't like me talking to you like this. My mother doesn't even like me being on Facebook. She hates it. She tells me if I want to give her peace, I should stop being on Facebook, I should stop being on Instagram, I should stop being online, I should close my door and just disappear. That is what my mother told me. But I can't, because I was born with a calling. Maybe she didn't know that when she was giving back to me, but my God has made me stay this far because I am his messenger. I am his messenger. I'm a messenger of God. A modern messenger of God. I'm among the prophets of these days. I am among the, Kina John the Baptist of these days. Mimi ni mmoja wao. So there's no way I'm going to hide. There's no way I'm going to close my mouth. There's no way I'm going to stop writing. Because my mother wants me to stop writing. It is impossible. Only God can stop me. So she will be mad even at this one. But that's the truth. So now, from standing behind, Susanna is already writing to me, "Terry, it's getting late and there's curfew. Curfew starts at 9. In Nairobi, it's very, very serious. 9 o'clock, the whole country is in their houses. Diasporans, don't think it's a joke. 9 o'clock every single day, the whole country is quiet. Quiet. Anybody who's traveling on the road has to have a special services certificate from the police, like umeapply mpaka ukakuwa approved unaweza. Sio rahisi. So now, my Susie cannot pick me up. I don't know how I'm going to get home. Secondly, I don't even know whether I'm going home. Thirdly, it's midnight and she's writing to me, she needs to sleep now. Actually, she's waiting for him back and she needs to sleep. So I'm taking photos and I'm saying, "Look at the way the line is long." And then this, my God, the God I serve, Nyapinya Saicha, just takes this person who was this assistant of the doctor and a police and comes behind and asks me why I'm crying, and then this my crying makes me become Proud Chocolate again, and then suddenly I'm in the front. As I'm in the front, I am told to stand in a circle. There's a circle there, you put your legs here and here, and then the doctor checks you. They start with your temperature, and the temperature is bad, then they know which next step to go. And my temperature comes to 36. Normal body temperature. 36, despite, and now I'm even having fever. Fever out of stress. I am so stressed. I am so tired. My bag is heavy on me. And God still gives me 36 degrees temperature. Hey! And then, where's the COVID certificate? And my God tells me, you fungua kili bwana. Open that thing. And I'm just like, oh, here. It's like, go to immigration. Hey! You people, I went so quick to the immigration, so fast. I couldn't believe myself. I couldn't believe it was me. Then, after finishing with immigration, the police officer who was watching me crying and trembling follows me and tells me, you are lucky. You would have gone into those buses. You see those buses up there? You know what buses she was telling me? Hey, let me show you guys. Let me show you buses. Hey. Buses, KWS and Kenyatta National Hospital. It is real, your people. It is real. They are standing outside the airport waiting for you. Hey. Hakuna mchezo hapo. Let me just show you. Let me just show you the bus. I think I took a photo of the buses. Or at least one bus. Because at that point you cannot even take photos really. How now? But I'm proud chocolate. So, and I know I have a following who need to see these things. So at least I just pull up my phone and just do a snap. Yes. Hey, you people. See, here it is. You see? What is that? KW what? KWS. Msicheze. This thing is real. And it's dark. You see, it's dark. It's at night. It's at night. Hey. And the lady tells me, you have, thank your God. Ungeingia kwa hizo buses. And I'm like, now how do I get home? Could you please help me? Help me, please. And she's like, okay, let me call you one of the airport taxis who has a certificate. You can go with them. But mambo ya price wewe utaangalia huko mbele peke yako na yeye. And suddenly this guy comes and he tells me he has a certificate, he can take me. Hey, I was so happy. I was so happy. That is how I left the airport and went to Susanna's house straight. It's not that I don't have my house, I have my house. But on that night, because I don't even know that my house has lights. In Kenya, people use tokens. Yeah? And so if you've not been in your house for a long time, maybe you'll get in your house and it's dark. So I thought, I am lucky I still have sisters, and the closest one who would be close to me, who I would have reached their houses faster, is my Susanna. So I go to Susanna, and Susanna is still not asleep, and then I enter the house, and my bed is ready, and I don't even have time to narrate the story, and she's just laughing at me, laughing, and I'm like, no, nipatie tu chai peke yake, strungi na ginger. I just want to be vitaminized. I just want to keep healthy, because what I've seen at the airport, I don't want to be in risk of ever wanting to be becoming sick in this country. I don't want to. The world today doesn't need sick people. You have to try and make yourself just healthy. I got to Susanna's house at 2 in the morning. At 2 a.m. So it's the same morning. I maybe I slept for just 1 hour or 2 hours. Then I went, took some things in my house, then flew to the village. I will take this story from there. Let me not tell you everything now, because the stories are so many. So many. So I will take next time from where I went to fly to, and how I got to fly to, and the process of flying to Kisumu. Because it is no longer easy. Even within Kenya, flying is not easy. And also, staying in Nairobi now is very different. If you've stayed in Nairobi before COVID and you're abroad, hey, Nairobi is very beautiful, that is for sure. Very beautiful. Very clean and fresh. But one thing is, the rules have changed in that country. Rules of life has changed. Hey, and the police are more serious than ever. So please guys, stay blessed. Keep it locked to Proud Chocolate. Expect more. Please subscribe. In Jesus' holy name I pray.
Proud Chocolate.
Amen.